Mallow, a fluffy bunny, lived in a vibrant forest home to the magical Windbell tree. The Windbell tree ensured balance and life with its enchanting bell. One morning, an unnerving stillness woke Mallow. The wind was gone. The forest felt stifled, heavy, with an unnatural quiet. Mallow hopped to the Windbell tree, his heart filled with worry. He gasped. The Windbell, woven air and light, was missing. Panic spread through the forest. The Windbell had been stolen. Squirrels chattered anxiously. Birds chirped in confused melodies. Hazel, an old hedgehog, hobbled towards Mallow, her face grim. "The imbalance will be dire, Mallow," she warned gravely. "The forest will wither without the Windbell's song." Mallow's kind heart ached for his suffering home. He knew he had to act. He had to find the Windbell. Determination flickered in his bright button eyes. "I'll find it, Hazel," Mallow declared, his voice firm. "I promise to restore harmony to our beloved forest." He rushed back to his cozy burrow, a plan forming. He grabbed a satchel, stuffing it with essentials for the journey. Juicy berries, a map, and a comforting carrot were packed. He paused, looking at a small, worn wooden carving. It was a gift from his mother, a reminder of home. He tucked it into his satchel, a surge of courage filling him. He stepped out of his burrow, ready to face the unknown. The forest felt different, alien without the wind's caress. He took a deep breath, the air thick and stagnant. He began his quest, his fluffy tail twitching nervously. He followed a barely visible path, overgrown with weeds. The trees loomed, their branches heavy and lifeless. He noticed a spider web, usually dancing in the breeze, still. Even the sunlight seemed to struggle to penetrate the canopy. He pressed on, his paws padding softly on the silent earth. He passed a group of rabbits huddled together, looking scared. They whispered about strange shadows and unsettling noises. Mallow offered them a reassuring smile, though he felt uneasy too. He continued deeper, the forest growing stranger with each step. The air grew heavier, making it harder to breathe. He saw a family of deer, their eyes wide with confusion. They seemed disoriented, unable to find their way. Mallow offered them some berries, hoping to comfort them. He knew he had to hurry. The forest was deteriorating fast. He quickened his pace, his little legs working tirelessly. He reached a fork in the path, unsure which way to go. He consulted his map, but the landmarks were distorted. He closed his eyes, listening for any sign of the Windbell. Silence, only the buzzing of a trapped bee nearby. He decided to take the left path, trusting his instincts. The path led him into a darker, denser part of the forest. The trees were gnarled and twisted, their branches like claws. He felt a shiver run down his spine, a sense of foreboding. He pressed on, determined to find the missing Windbell. He knew the fate of the forest rested on his small shoulders. He focused on his mission, pushing aside his fear. He imagined the Windbell's music, a beacon of hope. He would not give up. He would restore harmony to the forest. He rounded a bend, and a strange sight greeted him. A clearing filled with wilted flowers and drooping leaves. In the center stood a lone, withered tree, devoid of life. Mallow felt a pang of sadness, a glimpse of what was to come. He knew he was getting closer to the source of the imbalance. He steeled himself, ready to face whatever lay ahead. Mallow hops deeper into the forest, the air thick and still. Vines twist into unnatural knots, blocking his path. Pollen dusts the air, making it hard to breathe. The usual forest sounds are muted, replaced by an eerie silence. He spots a squirrel, frantic, burying acorns haphazardly. The squirrel chatters. The paths, they shift. Nothing is where it should be. Mallow thanks the squirrel and continues. More cautious now, he comes to a fork in the path, both ways looking identical. A wise old owl sits perched above, blinking slowly. The owl hoots, "To find the right way, answer my riddle. What has an eye but cannot see?" Mallow thinks hard, then smiles. "A needle!" The owl nods. The path on the right is now clear. Mallow follows the path, the air growing heavier still. He sees a group of rabbits huddled together, trembling. One rabbit whispers, "Barnaby, he took the wind." Another adds, "He lives in the hollow by the whispering falls." Mallow thanks them, his heart heavy with concern. He reaches the whispering falls, now just a trickle. A large, lonely badger sits inside the hollow. Barnaby clutches a woven charm, shimmering faintly. It's the Windbell, its light dimmed and sad. Mallow approaches slowly, his voice gentle. "Barnaby?" Barnaby flinches, turning away. "Go away!" The Windbell's music was mocking me. Mallow sits beside him, not touching the Windbell. "I understand you feel lonely, Barnaby. But the Windbell isn't meant to mock anyone. It brings balance and life to the forest." Barnaby looks up, his eyes filled with sadness. "But I'm always alone," he mumbles. Mallow smiles kindly. "You don't have to be. The forest needs you, and we care about you." He explains how the forest is suffering without the wind. Barnaby clutches the Windbell tighter, conflicted. But they laugh at me," he says softly. Mallow shakes his head. "They don't understand you. Let's show them who you really are." He extends a paw towards Barnaby in friendship. Barnaby hesitates, then slowly reaches out. Their paws meet, a silent understanding passing between them. Barnaby looks at the Windbell, then back at Mallow. Will they forgive me? Mallow nods. They will if you return the wind. Barnaby slowly hands the Windbell to Mallow. The charm glows brighter in Mallow's paws. Mallow and Barnaby walk together towards the Windbell tree. The forest seems to hold its breath, waiting. They arrive at the base of the silent Windbell tree. Mallow carefully places the Windbell back on its branch. A gentle chime echoes through the forest. A soft breeze stirs the leaves, a sigh of relief. The forest begins to awaken, colour returning. Barnaby looks around, amazed at the transformation. The rabbits emerge, cautiously approaching Barnaby. The squirrel chatters a welcome, no longer frantic. Hazel the hedgehog smiles warmly at Barnaby. Barnaby smiles back, a genuine smile this time. Mallow watches, his heart filled with joy. The wind is back, and so is the forest's harmony.